Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for joining this LTM Designer Overview 6 Reasons to Switch Design Tools webinar. My name is Priyankar Ghosh and I am working as a field application engineer in Vividian Technologies and working for LTM Designer. For upcoming webinar, please do visit our website for more information. Today I will be talking about the core aspects of LTM Designer for PCB design. So let's talk about LTM Designer's unified design environment versus traditional toolset. So here you can see in traditional toolset there is a different program like for schematic one program, for PCB design one program. But in this modern era, LTM Designer we have collaboration with each and every program. So within a single environment we can do PCB design, schematic drafting, documentation, everything. So in traditional toolchain, if you did any changes, minor changes in your design, so basically you have to do many manual steps to change the designs, and you have to import or export to a netlist manually in your design tools. But in Altium Designer, we can do automatically. And for the design synchronization also, if you did any changes, so it is suppose you did any mistake do the changes, so you have so in your design it will affect. So in Altium Designer nothing it will happen because it is synchronized to each other. In ability to remote work, so nowadays we can do remote work also. And suppose for to review your design, you can share PCB documents with your reviewer or manager, so they can comment on it or they can view with from anywhere, and we can work together. So the definition of unified design environment for LTM Designer. So it's a complete tool set with editors for schematics, libraries, PCB, data management, simulation, documentation, everything we can do within a single unified environment. And here you can see we can do in a single window, we can do schematic drafting as well as PCB layout. And if you want to do seamless documentation, that also we can do. And here no need to manually import or export netlist. Okay. And ECO process also very simple. So with this Altium Designer unified data model ensures that your design stays synchronized all the time, and we can connect anywhere anytime, and we can collaborate our design within a single environment. So let's see the demo for this. Let me open one example file. So this is our schematic sheet, and suppose we want to import these components in our layout design. So first, under this, here you can see this is our project .prj PCB, and under this project we can add new project like schematic document PCB, active bomb, draftment documentation, output jobs, everything we can do within a projects. Okay. So suppose I am adding PCB document for layout design. So here you can see this is our board, and we can import our designs changes from this option. Design, under design, import changes from your project. First you have to save this project. After saving this project, you can import your changes. Okay. So here you can see under design option, import changes option is there, so we can import. And one window will appear. So under that window we have to validate our components. So here you can see this window is appeared. This is called engineering change order. So those components is affected from our schematic sheet. To import this components like that it will show, and from there you can disable room also, and you can validate changes, then execute changes. After validation those components, here you can see the execute option will be enabled and you can execute. And here you can see the under status it's checked and done. After that you can close this window. So here you can see your components got placed here, and from it's placed out of the board, and from there you can select your components and you can place. So before that it's a very easy placement option we have. So for that you can split your skin, and within a single skin we can see your schematic sheet as well as your PCB. So from there we can directly select our component like this. It's selected. Here you can see it's highlighted, then switch to PCB. Here you can see under tools, component placement and reposition selected components. So one by one those components will show and we can do the placements. Okay. Okay, after that once it's placement for align, you can select those components like that, and you can go for view, edit, align components. Okay. Align top. So sorry, you can select those component. After selection, edit, align, align top. So it will come top, and like that you can do the changes. So within a single window we can do schematic drafting as well as PCB design. Okay. So apart from that, here you can see under this project we can do PCB seamless documentation also. For fabrication we can send this documentation about board details, assembly and everything. Okay. Here you can see, and we can merge this. So under documentation also we can add. Here you can see under files we can do this LTM documentation. This is called draftment documentation. And under documentation, from the place option we can place board assembly view, board fabrication view and aggregation view also. Okay. So these things we can do within a single tool chain. Okay. So all right. So next topic will be about LTM Designer's powerful capabilities for adding supply chain information for design components. Okay. So the traditional way searching for component information, like first we are visiting our manufacturer website, then we are searching about we are going to suppliers or vendor website, and we are checking stocks availability, price and everything, right? So this was the traditional method, but in this modern era, within a single tool chain, we can search our components through manufacturer part search. And here we can see we can download our components and we can place it for this component schematic symbol as well as footprint also available, and it's a combination of integrated library, and we can check stocks availability, price, everything from this window. So this works as a supply chain management also. Okay, let's see some example for this. Here you can see we have panels. Under panels, in right bottom corner, panels, under panels, manufacturer part search option is there. So from this manufacturer part search, to access this online libraries, we would record LTM Live login credential. So to search this component, and here you can see search button is there. So under this search button, we can directly uh, search with the part number, otherwise any information, any other information. Like suppose I want to search 1 microfarad 0805 package and voltage is 6.3. Okay, for this component. So if you type this information and hit on enter button, so this information will come, and from this window we can get the details. Like here you can see, we can see the details here. 17 supplier is there, and from there we can see the supplier name, stocks availability, unit price for that. And even suppose you want even data sheet also, here you can see a model files like schematic symbol, then PCB footprint also attached, and data sheet also available. So those things also we can search, and directly you can use this component, right click and place, and you can download also if you want to use in future purpose. So after this, even we can compare. Suppose here you can see for this package many from the many suppliers we can see component capacitor, right? So from there we can directly place also, we can compare also. So with which manufacturer you will go, so you can select this one and select, click on the another one, and we can see the compare. Here you can see part 1 and part 2 is there. So from there manufacturer name, details. Okay, those are parameter information, those things also you can compare, and you can choose your components. Okay, after that, if you want to go for this component, so you can select and you can place. So here you can see this component came, and from there you can switch this component, shift plus space bar, you can switch and you can place it. From here place option, we can choose where, and we can do the connections like that. Okay, so this is a very fast and easy method, and you can see our supply chain management, and we can see stocks availability and everything. Okay, so like that we can choose and we can do. So this is a very advanced features for LTM designer. So next things is coming, So next topic we are going to go over in this presentation for allowing this designer dynamic bill of materials. Okay, so as you know, in Altium Designer already we have active BOM features for bill of material management. Okay, so through this bill of material active BOM features, we can see our components life cycle. So is it available or not? So, and we can check suppose any components life cycle means it goes to obsolete, means stocks availability will be not there. So so that time also we can check and we can verify our components, and we can choose another components for that, and we can go for another manufacturer. Okay, and we can check the price and unit price and stocks availability. Then suppose if any component is not available suddenly, and it is for a high demand or any issue is there, so that also we can check through LTM designer active BOM. And we can choose our components and we can use and we can fix those issues. So it is very helpful for assembly as well as manufacturer purpose. So here you can see through our active BOM features, we can see our favorite suppliers also, and we can choose suppliers from there, and real-time data is there, stocks availability, unit price, everything. So here you can see under this window, we can see unit price. Okay. Then manufacturer life cycle information like its volume production. If it is volume production, so stocks availability is there. Suppose any component is going to goes to obsolete, so that time it will show not recommended for new design. Okay, and we can add our alternate item also. Okay, suppose if you want to go for any alternate item, so that also we can replace from this active BOM features. And apart from that, we can add any suppose you have added primary solution, so we can add any secondary uh, solution also. Okay, let's let's move to demo part for these features. So here you can see under this project you can click, and here you can see add to new project and active BOM option. So you can click on that, and for that again internet connection is required and login connection from Altium Live login credential is required. Okay, so it will fetch the data from our internet, and we can see. So within this single window here you can see we can component name, description, designator, okay, quantity, and manufacturer information for manufacturer name, manufacturer part number, life cycle, supplier name, supplier part number, supplier unit price, everything we can get. And here we can check our BOM status also. So first, if you open properties for this, so under properties here you can see the production quantity is 1. So suppose you want to go for the production 100 boards. So here you can put 100, and here you can see under properties price per board it will come, and we can check. Okay, suppose here is currency is USD, so we can switch, we can use a different currency also. Now INR currency also available, so that also we can see price per board and order price that is calculated. Okay, and here you can see this everything manufacturer name, part number, life cycle, everything is fetching data from our internet. So Here you can see manufacture life cycle. Also you can see if it's shows volume production. So under volume if you see, so we can get the information like this. Under primary solution, here you can see stocks availability. Okay, data sheet also we can check, and from there we can choose our different suppliers also. Suppose if here DG key is selected, suppose you want to go for Mauser, so that time you can select like that and click on one. So Mauser will come here. So here you can see supply name is changed to Mauser. Okay, suppose here you can see this is goes for obsolete, means production will goes for end. So that time we can change with add any alternate item. So if you click go for operation and alternate item, so from there we can go for alternate item and you can replace the component. So those data is fetching from internet, so that's why it's loading and taking time. This active bomb features is our very useful features, so you can use it. So here you can see from there we can choose any alternate. Here you can search through manufacturer part number or any package name. We can search, and from there we can directly select any other component. Okay, manufacturer. So from there you can select and click on OK. So it will change the manufacturer. Okay, so like that we can change, and here you can see some unknown manufacturer life cycle is there. So for that we have to add manually. Then so if it's unknown, so from there also we can add our solution, create manufacturer links. So from there we can add, and from there here you can see it's got obsolete. So with the different manufacturer part, here you can search and you can add. Okay, so this is our active pump features. Then we can move, we can go for the next features. All right. So next we'll get into Altium features that make it an ideal software solution for high-speed design. So for high-speed design, where when we are going for design high-speed board, so that time we can check impedance matching, and we can check reflection and crosstalks. For that, then timing requirements you can achieve through Altium Designer. Then We can do high speed design for BGA component also. Then for HDI board, we can do a fan out, BGA fan out also, and we can add a blind via, buried via. So like that we can add, and it's integrated. Suppose if you under layer stack manager, we support manufacturer material also. So we can create our impedance profiles under layer stack manager, and we can change our target impedance also. Okay. And to provide all HDI via types like buried via, blind via also we can use in our high speed board. So for even we can do for high speed design trace tuning also, for length matching and time delay matching. Okay. For integrated high speed design support, we have advanced features like active route features. Okay. So active route is automated interactive routing. Here you can see we have BGA pins, so we can select our pins for a particular selected needs. We can do routing. Okay. Then any angle routing also supports for we can use this snake routing also in our design. Let's move to demo. And close this document. Then here you can see this one is the perfect project for the length tuning to the Sanitel. And here you can see we can do. So for first we can see for high speed design we have rules. So here you can see high speed. For high speed design, those kind of rules we can set. Here I have used for length matching this rules. Okay. If you click on this, so here we can provide tolerance also, and here we can select the net class. So for this particular net class we will do the length matching. Okay. So here you can see for this tracks, for place option is available. Sorry, under root option we can select interactive length tuning. Okay. So after that you can select its track, and we can do the length tuning like that. We can choose, and if you want to decrease this one, so it will come show like that, and we can, here you can expand. Okay. Suppose if you want to change this routing corner, that also we can do. So from there we can increase this meter option 0% to 5%, 10%. So here you can see okay, it is changing, right? And we can change metered line style also, normal lines, arc style, then rounded. So like that also we can choose, and we can do length tuning. Okay. Apart from that, we can do routing also for BGA component. Okay. So here you can see those unrouted nets are there. So from there we can directly select nets. Once you've selected, then you can go for panels. Then here you can see we have PCB active route. Okay. So from this active route panel, we can select our layers. Once you selected, after that from this action, we can, if you wants to do tuning, so from there we can select tune, then route guide also do. like that. Root guide also you can do. Then move to PCB active root and select on active root. So for this selected nets, we can do routing. So it's a automated interactive routing, and through this active root features, we can select particular nets and we can do automated routing. So it's not auto route, but we can do for particular selected nets. Okay, so here you can see routing is done, and from there we can change the layers and we can check. Okay, so for high speed design like that we can do, and apart from that we have many options like we can do interactive differential pair routing also. For differential pair interactive differential length tuning also available, and auto route options also available. From there we can do, and fan out, automated fan out also we can do. Okay, ECAD-MCAD. Next topic is ECAD-MCAD collaboration. So as you know, Altium Design supports this ECAD-MCAD collaboration support. So mechanically and electrically, we can check our design. Okay. So in traditional way, we are sharing our data over email and all. So under Altium Designer, we can do ECAD-MCAD collaboration. Okay. So we have MCAD connectors. Through MCAD connectors, we can do those things. So here you can see through MCAT connectors we have installed, so we can do the changes and we can create our board outline from mechanical tools. Okay, and we can push it directly to PCB. Okay, so like that we can do. Then if you see placement option also there, so we can directly place our components like that. I can place and we can push it. Okay, so it will appear to MCAT tool also. So through ECAD MCAT connector we can do this, plus vice versa also we can do, and we can accept the changes here you can see, and we can update. So those information also get mechanical engineer, so we can work together electrically and mechanically. We can check our design. Let's move to demo part. So let me open one project. So here under local project, I have one project for academic collaboration. So generally through MCAT connector we can do, and we can push and pull and we can do our changes. But right now SolidWorks is not installed in my system, so we can use this one. So here you can see this is a spirit level board, and we can import our mechanical data, mechanical step file for this. Okay, let's move to 3D view. So there you can see, and from there we can place 3D body, and from there we can select step files. So here you can see all supported device like .stp, dot stp files, then parasol file, SolidWorks files is supported for that, and we can open. So here you can see. Then if you click J, so this from this comment we can select absolute origin, otherwise current origin. Okay, we can select the origin. Sorry, then click on enter, then escape. Okay, so we can place this mechanical case, and we can check our design. So if any collision is there, if any component's height is bigger, so it will touch this mechanical case and hitting will be there, right? It will hit your mechanical case. So those things we can check any collision is there or not. So after that we can make the changes also. Suppose for this component, if let me clear reset this error marks. So here you can say this component is got touched with your mechanical case. So we can check your design and we can change this component. Okay. So instead of this component, we can change any other component. We can go for any other component and we can verify our designs. Okay. So I have attached top cover and we can attach bottom cover also. So for that, go for place 3D body, bottom cover, and open. So here you can see electrically and mechanically. We can check our board if any collision is there. So we can reset. Okay. So here you can see we can directly click on this component and sorry, we can select this component. Okay. Here you can see we can select this component. Okay. And instead of this component we can change the step files, and otherwise we can change any another component. We can go for any another component. Okay, we can select and we can verify and we can do the changes. Okay, so like that mechanically and electrically we can work together in our through Altium Designer. So next and final topic for today's presentation is Altium Designer Draftman Documentation. So for manufacturing and assembly documentation, we can provide documentation about our board details. Okay, so that also we can share it with manufacturer and fabricator. Okay, so for this documentation, multiple import and export operation is required, right? So that we can involve in a single toolchain, and we can So without go for any third party tools, so within a single toolchain we can do our PCB documentation. Okay, so here you can see keep PCB document is linked, no export import is required for this. So directly we can create this documentation, and here you can see our board assembly view is there. So top view, top side view, front side view, everything we can attach. Okay, here you can see sectional view also you can do, and you can give comment on this, and we can save our time. So capabilities of a dynamic and template based documentation we can create through Altium Designer, and we can provide manufacturing and assembly drawings for PCB with our fabricator. So templates also we can use for this. Let's move to demo part. Let me open this PCB layout first. So here you can see this is 2D view and this is 3D view. Okay. So for this board project, we want to create documentation, and that is called document documentation. So here you can see if you have any template, so that we can import and we can use it, right? So here you can see, for example, I have already created assembly drawings. So under this assembly drawing, here you can see we have added our board assembly view from top side. Suppose if you want to view you can bottom side, so that time you can double click, and from this properties window we can change that one. Okay, so here you can see under properties view from top, so you can choose bottom, so it will got reflected. Okay, so from there we can see our board view, and we can add multiple views like top view, bottom view, each and every view we can add. Okay, so for that we have options. Place option, under place option we can add this one, board assembly view. Okay, and we can, here you can see this one is bottom view, and we can add any new sheet also from here. Okay, like that we can add, and we can add bill of materials also for this. Okay, it will fetch the data from our board, and we can place bill of materials. So this one is within a single documentation we can add fabrication document also, but I have here I have created another documentation within a single project. So from the fabrication drawing we can see our fabrication view from top, from bottom, everything. Okay, let me open this fabrication drawing. So here you can see, here we have added layer stack for this. So here you can see for this project we can check layer stack. Okay, from design layer stack manager we have, so this layer stack also we can add under documentation. Okay, Here you can see layer stack manager, and from there you can see keep here 8 layer. This one is 8 layer board, and this layer stack information also we can import in our uh, documentation. Okay, as well as from here you can see tools, layer stack visualizer, that also we can view. Okay, this one is 2D view, 3D view also there. Okay, so like that we can check. So for impedance also we can check from there. Okay, uh, under panels go to properties and we can check impedance. Okay, so here you can see we can provide target impedance, and here from there we can check width. Okay, and if you click on this function, so it will calculate the impedance. Okay, so this one we can do, and via types also we can change. So there we can see through all via, blind via, micro via we can add, and from there you can click on this plus button, and from there directly we can add those vias. Okay, from the, again from the properties window, if you want to select, so from there we can select, and like that we can place we can add buried fire as well as. So this one is buried fire, and this one is micro via. So in this Altium Designer 20 version we are supporting micro via. So suppose if you want to do micro via, so for that we have option, this option we have to check. Okay, so through this option we can add micro via, and this one is blind fire. So those things we can do. Again, for this fabrication outputs documentation, we can add our layer stack up, then we can add fabrication details also. So under place option, here you can see we can add both fabrication view. Okay, so this view we can see from the top. Okay, and we can provide dimension also. Okay, so it will be very easy to use, and drill drawing also we can add. Okay, so let me add some fabrication view. Here you can see right click and we can add sheets. So from there we can directly place both fabrication view. Okay, so this is the top side view, and if you wants to add bottom side view also, that also we can do. Just click on this and go to properties, and from there we can select layer, top layer. Here is, from there we can change the layer. Okay, so any inner layer also you can select, bottom layer, uh, top solder, bottom overlay, bottom paste. Okay, so everything we can select. So like that we can add, so it will be very easy to use. And additional views like board sectional view, board detail view, those things also add. And in this new features is there, board realistic view also we can add. Okay, so like that we can add, and any angle view also we can do. So let me open this PCB document. So any angle view, suppose if any your customer or fabricator want to see how 3D view from any angle. So like that we can set the angle, and after that move to specific view, then click on this. Then from the properties window, here we can select custom view. Okay, after that click on take current camera position. So like that we can set the view. Okay, so this kind of information we can add. So thanks for your time and attention. If you have any questions, so you can ask. So in this session we have seen our advanced features for LTM designer. So we can easily use LTM designer, and it is very useful PCB design tool, most widely used PCB design tool.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes. Actually, in the chat window, there is,
some questions is there. Okay,
yeah. So the first question, if I have two monitor, is it possible to use one for layout and one for viewing schematic? It is possible. Like you have to use the, Priyanka, I'm like, let me answer this question.
okay, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, yes, of course, I can unmute all. You can ask your questions. So for this dual monitor, there is a display settings. You can extend the display under the like your computer configuration. Under the display settings, you can extend the display, and you can like open Altium Designer, and you can just click on any schematic or PCB window. Just drag that to the second monitor. Okay. And also, Priyankar, can you go to Altium Designer window?
Okay.
There's a setting for suppose the next time if I'm opening the schematic, whether it will open in the first window or the second window. So that settings we can do. Go to tools preferences. System.
Yes. Tools preferences.
You open many projects maybe.
Yeah, it's loading.
Okay. So meantime, I have some query in creating length matching group if some nets are connected more than 2 or 3 points, but I need those nets too. Yeah, you can create a pin pair like by using, X signals in Altium. There is a feature called X signals. So you
Yes.
can select 2 points or 3 points. You can, by selecting that, in the right click itself, you can create that, or there is a wizard to create the signal. I'll show that. Yeah, go to system view.
Yes.
Still it is loading.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? Okay.
Actually, many
System view.
document is opened, so that's why.
Yeah. Click on that view. There's a yeah. Remember window for each document kind. Okay, this is the option under general. So if you enable this, so Altium remembers where you open the window. Like first time when you are opening Altium Designer, it will open in the first monitor, and you can just drag and drop the like schematic in the second window. I mean second monitor. So if you check this option, so next time when you open schematic, automatically it will open in the second window. Okay. So if you are using dual monitor. And the second question, go to PCB, Priyankar.
Yes.
This is a X signal wizard. Just show them. Yeah. Design.
Okay. Design
X
X signal.
signals. Okay, you can use this wizard also, run X signal wizard. So select first component means source and destination, second component. So automatically it will create all the nets between these two components as a pin pair. And even it will create, if you are using the first one wizard, it creates that as a group, and that will be available for in the X signal class. So you can use that for creating the rules. Okay. Even suppose manually, if you want to assign the X signals in PCB, you can select any two pads within the PCB, right click. In the right click, there is an option called create X signals like that. Okay. So you can use that option to create your pin pairs. I hope I answered your query. Yeah, yes. Okay, thanks. So any other query? I think now you can unmute and you can ask your questions.
Yeah, Mani Vidya here.
Yes, ma'am.
This BOM updates in the Draftman, like if you do any changes in the schematic or layout,
Yes.
it doesn't automatically update actually. Even if we provide like update from the board also, it is not considering the change.
Means the components we are adding in the schematic that
Yes.
that if you are updating in the PCB, after that from the PCB we are placing this, we are updating this document.
Yes.
Okay, so when you do the update, it's not updating the bill of material.
Yeah, BOM. Yes. Yeah.
It should update.
After update, import changes from this one.
Yeah, that is done, but still one of the board it was not updating actually. I tried it long back. Recently, I have not tried.
Okay.
Maybe in the older, older update, like 20 points initially when I installed the 20. And if we, is there any possibility like if we do the changes in this Draftman document,
yes,
that updates can be imported to the layout or no?
No, ma'am, no. Like this document is based on the
layout.
PCB layout. Yes.
PCB
Okay.
layout.
On PCB layout, data is
We can
fetching.
update everything. But the point which you mentioned that we will try to replicate, if still issues there, then we will escalate.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
And one more thing is related to active BOM. In active BOM, same question, like is it possible to add the quantity in the active BOM and do the changes in the schematic automatically updates?
No, ma'am, no. Quantity also based on schematic only. If you add the components in schematic, automatically the BOM will get increment. Automatically it will get updated.
Okay, no need to update. Like if we do any changes in the schematic, it will directly impact in the BOM.
Yes.
Okay.
But from bill of material, we cannot update the schematic.
We cannot update. Okay.
Yeah.
And this ECU update, whatever he told, automatic, unless and until we don't do that update to schematic or update to layout, that will not happen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And this impedance calculation, whatever we do in the layer stack manager, whether that contents can be added in the Draftman document?
Yes, you can place the impedance table actually.
We can place the impedance table.
In the latest version, you can able to place that. Right place.
Okay.
No, transmission line table. That is the one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. So like here you can able to see all the impedances and the track width and everything.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Mani. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So any other queries? Otherwise, we can wind up.
And one more thing, you had showed that MCAD ECAD collaboration, right? There was one component which was hitting the top cover.
Yes.
Whether we need to set the DRC to pop up that issue or automatically it shows that as an error?
No, it's a component clearance error, ma'am. So we have to
set.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it is same part of component clearance error.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
By default, it will be enabled. Otherwise, you can run the collisions check.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Priyankar.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Any other questions?
You can check the chat window if it is there. Otherwise, we can wind up.
Mani, I have a request. Better if you can take a session on DRCs, and also maybe if any scripts we can use, whatever is predefined in the tool.
Yeah.
Many of us don't know what all scripts are defined in the tool and how to use that. It will be
Yeah,
good
sure.
if it is on the scripts as well as the DRC settings.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Actually,
DRC,
we are planning
yeah,
for the query handling session.
yeah.
So soon we will conduct that session for custom query handling.
That
So
is
we will include that
more
also.
of a concern actually. Many
Yes,
of us
ma'am.
don't know how like and function works and or function works.
Yes,
And
yes.
if we see other customers board, the rule set is entirely different. So
Yes.
better you can take a session on that.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mani. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all. We can wind up the
Yeah.
session.
Thank you. Thank you all.